Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl SharonAde and Moti Day. And guys, today we have a very special pod episode. We have the one, the only KingKarine.
Period. You're not a vibe.
Let them know. How are you? Oh my god, it's so great to have you here.
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. Just a little disclaimer. We were pushing Dublin last night, so my voice is gone because we're two-turn. Thanks to everyone for coming out and getting lit with us.
That's how you know it was a good night.
It was a great night.
When your voice is gone and all you're doing is watching the Snap memories back. You're
Please,
like,
over and over again. I'm like, everyone send me everything, literally.
So how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. I woke up feeling nice. It's a blessed Sunday.
I know that's right.
I'm in my blue. We're out here.
You and your blue, and you're looking good in the blue.
Thank you.
Looking snatched, looking wow.
Thank you.
It's giving you need to drop the gym routine for the girls.
Pushing the buggy. Pushing that damn buggy. Everyone doesn't know,
that.
Honestly.
So, how does it feel to be back in Dublin? Like, obviously, you left, you come back. How's that?
I think it's good. It's very nostalgic for me. Like, I like when I'm just driving through the city. Like, I came back recently, probably in like May for an event, but I was only there for like a day.
Okay.
So for this one, I really made it my business. So I came Friday, I'm leaving Monday. So yesterday before the event, we got to go around town and I brought my friend with me from England. So I showed her all around Temple Bar, Henry Street, just all the vibes and comparing it to London. And it's just so nostalgic. And I saw so many childhood friends like on the street. I forget how homey it is. So I love it. Like literally, it just makes me want to come back more and visit more.
Literally, I always say, I think when you go abroad and you come back, or when you're abroad, you just realize how great Ireland is. Like, you know, when you're here, you're always like, Ireland, so get me out of here. But then when you go out, you're like, no, I love Ireland. I love it here. Yeah. Like, it is a great place to be. So just for the people that may not know who you are, can you please introduce yourself?
So my name is KingKarine. In Ireland, everyone calls me Karen. That's how I grew up. Everyone called me Karen. But my name is actually pronounced Karine. So in the UK, everyone calls me Karine. But either or is absolutely fine. I'm a social media influencer, a mom, child of God, or another vibes, God's favorite. And I just make content. I do me. And I mean, if you don't follow me, you can follow me on Instagram. It's KingKarine, or TikTok, _Karine. And yeah, I just make creative content. I'm a hair influencer. I'm the babe that has her hair done every 2
single
days.
day.
Oh, yeah. I've been taking a break, so we call it 2 days now. But yeah.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
Literally.
And before we get even started this conversation, I'm going to read out a dilemma for you just to break the ice, warm it up, and then you let me know. Okay, so it goes, hi Sharon, I love your work, by the way. My dilemma is a bit complicated. My boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years now. I love him and I'm sure he loves me. He lost his job in March and I've been the one providing for the both of us.
She's trying.
He told me his father was sick in Nigeria and he had to go home. I bought his flight ticket and clothes for his sister and I gave him money to last him for the 2 weeks until he returns. I did all this because he lost his job. When he got to Nigeria, he blocked me from seeing his Instagram and WhatsApp story. I created a fake Instagram page because he completely stopped talking to me as soon as he got to Nigeria. When I added him on my fake account, I saw he went to Nigeria to get married. Not for his sick dad. And the clothes I bought for his sister were actually for his wife. I'm broken and I don't even know how to begin my healing journey.
I am so sorry, first of all. I am so sorry. But you say why after God you have to fear men?
Fear men.
Because why are you so wicked?
She was providing for your lifestyle. She was, working, providing for you. I said, okay, my dad is sick. She thought she was going to be the wife. She said, okay, baby, I got you. She paid for the tickets to Nigeria.
This is why I don't put money on any man's head. I'm sorry. Until the ring, even when the ring is here, it's going to be discounted money.
Can you say that again for them? Can you say that again for them?
This is why you don't put money on man's head until you have that ring on your finger. And even when you have it, add tax on the money you're going to put on it.
Yeah.
Because the only thing she can do is just take it as you did a good deed and your blessing is coming later because there's nothing more you can do, my sis. I'm so sorry for that.
But that's so hard. I'm not going to lie. Have you, you just said, but have you ever been in that position as well where you've,
it's not possible.
So some of us are alone.
No, literally, I'm trying to think, like, just need to, block him, move on from it and just you very started healing because you're able to talk about it. Do you know what I mean? If you maybe don't date for a little bit.
That's what she said. How did she start with the healing journey?
Yeah, just focus on yourself for a little bit. Take time for yourself. Get your money back up. And forget that man. His karma is going to come because that's rubbish. You said you were together for 2 years. What's all that about? That's really horrible. And that's why I avoid Nigerian men anyway.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, but you ain't lying. She said that now she wants to start healing. How do you think she should go about that?
yeah, like I said, just, focus on herself, take time for herself. Like, if she likes to travel, she can travel and just go solo for a little bit, and feel out her emotions. Like, she's okay to be upset. She's okay to cry, whatever it is, until you feel better. Do everything that will make you happy.
Yeah.
Don't go and be opening yash though, because
because there's
you
a
regret
tendency
it.
to do that as well.
You regret it. It's not going to help. Any man that's going to come to you in this period is not coming to help you at all. He's leaning that shoulder, then he's going to open leg. So you don't want that. Just literally focus on yourself.
Yeah.
That's
and
the
let you
best
just
advice.
surround yourself with your friends
You're
as
right,
well. Like,
the right
just
people.
go out with your friends. Like Karen said, leave the men for now.
Yeah, if you're a Christian, whatever religion you
Pray.
are, turn to your God as well. That's all you can do. You know, just have to pray.
I feel like it's so sad, but it's always these broken-hearted times that really push you to God.
Pray. But sometimes that's what God does to you. He will break you so you can come and bring your knees there.
Gracefully broken.
Exactly, because I don't know why a man will actually do that if he really loves you.
And he doesn't. He doesn't. There were
Exactly.
obviously red flags as well. I think it's also good to take time to like look at what you maybe have missed out on.
Exactly,
Little
and
hints
reflect
that, like,
for a new relationship.
Yeah, so you don't repeat the same mistake.
Because
Because
you will heal. The moral story is you will heal.
You will
for
heal,
sure,
yeah.
and you will be better. You're never gonna be in pain forever. That's for sure.
Yeah, for
his
sure.
loss. His loss.
And have you ever been like in a similar situation where, like, not even with the money, but like feeling like you had to like pick yourself back
Yeah,
up?
for sure. Like there's guys that I've spoken to, and I just felt like I wasn't getting what I feel like I deserved, and I'm quick with it. Everyone calls me cutthroat because I'm gone.
Really?
The moment I feel like, nah, you're taking a piss, I'm out. You know what I mean? But it wasn't easy to get to that point. I had to go through a lot of people taking the piss before you realize. But every time anything would happen, the best thing I would just do was take time for myself, seclude myself, and just, get to know my new self over again. Because every day you're someone new. You need to know that new person that you're meeting
Every single day.
Exactly.
Every single day. And sometimes, like I always say, I think like we're the biggest hindrances to our own growth because you're always growing, but sometimes we don't even accept that. I was actually different yesterday, and I'm a different person today.
And I always tell people, right, don't be your biggest critic and your smallest supporter. It doesn't make sense, literally. And that's what I had to fight for myself, because I was my biggest critic and the smallest supporter of myself. Then when I flipped that, things changed.
And do you think, like, after you flipped that, there was a
Absolutely.
domino?
In my life, the way I act, the way I am, and the way things would come to me, because people treat you a reflection of yourself. Because, sorry to say for the girl, the moment he lost his job and you started providing, he already started to take the piss.
Yeah.
Because me, I see me to my pocket is closed. Do you know what I mean? Well, you should have to come to some kind of resolution. That doesn't make sense. So he knew he can dupe you when you were doing everything for him. You should have questioned more. There should be more questions. Do you know what I mean? You should have even followed him to Nigeria to go and meet his sick father.
To see his daddy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
One boy went to go and bless a union. That's crazy.
And she bought clothes for the wife. For the wife. She thought she was doing
that won't pay
my
me
sister.
even more. That won't pay me even more.
And then she's wearing the clothes. Oh, my husband
You're
bought
wearing
that.
clothes that I bought you. It's not possible. That clothes will have to come from your body. It's not possible.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, sis, you actually really need to focus on your healing journey.
Yeah.
Like, this one is not about to be easy because, whoa.
Yeah.
And the fact that he blocked you on everything as well. He didn't even say, let me explain.
Yeah.
He just left her.
Just left
That's
her.
meant for you. They'll leave you in the desert with no water.
And no umbrella for the sunlight.
Nothing would shoot you and they ask, why did you die?
Not all men, Sha.
Not all men.
Not all men. There are some good men out there. You just have to find them. That's it.
There, oh my gosh. And even like with heartbreak as well and supporting, my biggest one as well has been relationship, but friendships.
Let's not even touch that side.
No, let's touch it. We have to touch it.
Friendships won't hurt me more than men,
Yeah.
Because I take my friends so highly. It's just, I wish every girl thought how I thought, but they don't.
Sometimes it's easier to just have you as a friend.
Yeah. If I was my friend, oh my God, me will be
locked in for
have
life.
a great time, literally, because it's the principle. A lot of things are principle, and people just brush them. Do you know what I mean? It's just like I've got so much friends from Ireland that I maybe don't speak to anymore, and it's like I may still see you now, wave, but it's like when I see you, I remember how you did me, and I just can't believe that you did.
Yeah, you
that.
did me this way.
You know what I mean? Because I would never anybody should come outside and tell them what I did to them. You can't. Because I've never disrespected a friend. Do you know what I mean? Unprovoked. Maybe in the heat of our situation that will cause us not be friends. That's different. But no, I didn't start it. And if you want to come and like, because I know I didn't start it. You know what I mean? It's just really sad. Friendship heartbreak, that one
they
is
hit so
different.
different. I feel like they bring out a different side in you. And has there ever been like different, like a specific friendship heartbreak that really just changed the trajectory of like how you view friends? Because I know for me, I'm very similar. I take my friends like this. We're not even this. We're not this. We're this. Do you know what I mean? You're me. I am you. But then I feel like for me, after that disrespect, or after that, I'm gone. Do you know what I mean? And there was a specific one that I said, okay. And I think it really changed my trajectory of like how I view friends, how I show up. And again, not in a negative way, because you obviously have to heal. I've healed from the situation, but I can also see that, Sharon, sometimes the way you do is not as productive as you might think it is. You know what I mean? In as much as I'm saying like I would want me as a friend, but you need to also know like there are boundaries. So was there ever like that one friendship for you that you just had to be like, okay, Karen, reflect?
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, a lot of people that I grew up with, I feel like when you're growing up and changing, some friends, they don't want you to change. Yeah. But you need to understand, I'm not changing at anything that has to do with you. It's a personal change, because everyone's changing. So how can I respect your change and you can't respect my change? So then for me, going forward, because a lot of my friends always say now, everyone that I've met, you have one strike. You know, I will forgive you, but you can't hang around me anymore. Yeah, because like I have too many people in my life previously that they will do some shit, and I peep everything. I'm that friend that just peeps everything constantly.
Do you not feel like that breaks your own heart?
Oh my gosh, it makes me so stressful. Everybody is quiet, I'm watching everything, and it's like I wish I wasn't, because now I'll be peaceful. Because when I bring something up to someone, they're like, what are you even talking about? And I'm like,
you know what you did,
attentive, do you know what I mean? You didn't see that. So now it's like I set my boundaries from the jump with everyone. I'm honest. I've always been an open, honest person, but used to be like kind of like a bit laid back, but now it's respectfully and out there. From the jump, I tell you, I'm this kind of person, that kind of person. And it's not, if you can't take it, then fuck off. That's not the kind of person I am. It's more like, this is who I am. If you're willing to accept it, then we can kick it. If you can't accept it, then it's going to be acquaintances respectfully. So that's just how I've just kept it with everyone. You know, I don't want to get into depth with certain friends that have X, Y, and Z, but like I said, situations have happened that have made me just with new people going forward. I'm a little bit more timid as well. Most of my friends now are my service providers. So my hairstylist is someone that became my friend. My nail tech, my lash tech, you know, all these kind of things. They're the ones that, because I'm around them so much, I got to know them a bit more. They got to know me. You know, when you're getting your hair done, you start to gist.
Talk,
You know
service providers get all the tea.
Exactly.
All the tea.
And that will make you know. And so there's plenty of people that have done my hair, and I'm pimp. Because your vibe is like, you're going to go and tell everybody my business. I'm not telling you shit. There's some people that you're just
doing it.
Yap it because you feel comfortable around them. But I'm still going to let you know, oh boy, it stays here. And if it doesn't stay, if I hear one thing outside, it's finished.
Wow.
No, I can't. You have to protect your peace.
You do.
Because that doesn't mean I hate you or I don't want you to succeed. You just can't hang around me because you're dangerous to me. My peace is very important. Like, you cannot be detrimental to my health. I need to be glowing. I'm the kind of person, I wear my emotions on me. If I'm upset, you're going to tell. I would try my best not to let it affect everybody, but you are going to tell. Like, I'm just going to be a little bit more quiet and down, and I don't want that. I like to be happy and bubbly. Like, for example, my girl last night, Sulia, shout out to Sulia, she was having a hard time before the event, and she messaged me, and on my story, I was putting up that I'm upset. She goes, please, by the time I get there, don't be upset, because your mood uplifts my mood. That's just an example of how I am around my friends. So it's like, if I'm going to be upset because you upset me, and that means everybody else is going to feel upset, Karen.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Point blank simple.
No. So yeah, even with like influencing and everything like that, like when did you make up your mind and be like, I'm going to just do this?
Personally, it just kind of fell into my lap, honestly, because when I was living here, like since I was 14, I was always just posting random stuff. Like, if anyone who has me on Snapchat, they know, like, since I was young, I just was always just doing random stuff, just being myself on social media. Then when I moved to the UK in 2020, I used to pay to get my hair done every week. People don't realize me being a hair influencer is because I grafted. Every single week I was paying with my own money to buy new hair, new wigs, because I wanted, it was for me. I love looking different and changing my style all the time. So then brands started to reach out to me, hair companies started to reach out to me, stylists started to reach out to me. So then they made it easy for me. So when I was like, these people are reaching out to me, I'm getting the hair for free, and I can ask for small money on the side, maybe I should take it proper seriously. So that's when I think in 2020 I did like 200 wigs in that year, literally. And
200 hairstyles.
Yeah, and only in the last 3 months I've already done like 100 looks. So it's like from a year of 200 to a couple months in 100. So it's like when I proper sat down, I think it was like 2021 after my dark skin scandal. Scandalous, I'm a scandalous girl.
But you know what is, right? Even with the scandal, if you guys don't know about this dark skin, there was a dark skin scandal. You flipped.
I had to. No, I said, wait. These followers are running in. I'm going to be on my Zoom. I have to
flip the script.
I had to. Because if I had sat there and be crying and all these things, I would not be here today. I was grafting because the way hate works, right, or attention on your page works, I'm a random person scrolling through my page. This person's getting abused. Oh, let me go onto her page. Oh, she's kind of cute. Fuck the abuse. I like her. That's what will happen. Because so many people that follow me now found me from that. And they love the vibe. Because one dark skin comment, like, you don't even know the in-depth, so they don't worry, I'll speak on it someday, not today. But you don't even know the ins and outs of it. You can't judge me based off that whole situation.
Yeah.
So it made people pre me more. So I made sure to utilize that. I was getting my hair done every day. I had bare wigs. I was working, TikToks, makeup, just making sure my face was out there for positive things. I still made a little situation on top of it again because you have to spice up even more, but everything is always respectful. It's always respectfully, literally.
No, for real. But like, you see, even with like the dark skin thing, was there even ever a point where like generally like the hate actually like got to you?
Because when I grew up here, I was really getting hate. For me, right, living in Ireland my whole life, I never felt like I actually fitted in. Because of the one sole reason of like, people always assumed from the jump that I was just going to be weird. And it's like, you didn't even give me a chance to be weird to you. And then everyone that's ever met me is like, oh, you're actually kind of cool. Before I was even big. Like, this is in secondary school times when we all start going out times. Like, just calmly. Like, I wasn't, like, see how Lucan, Tala, and Blanche have their, like, groups. I had in Lucan my 4 group of friends, but I wasn't like in the Lucan community like that, you know, or I wasn't like a part of the Tala girls or the Blanche girls, like, you know, that kind of thing. I go out, I see them, I hug them, I say hi to them, but I never ever felt like, you know, like, these are my guys, because even at that, my biggest support in like on my insights, Ireland's not even on there. My number one is United States, then United Kingdom, then Nigeria and France.
Oh wow.
Even when I was living here, I got more support from the UK than Ireland, you know. Yeah, it'd be weird. Like, I used to get, hey, I'd be on my phone randomly. I remember I used to be like, 17. I'd be on my phone. Someone send me a snap. Someone on their story. Hey, does that Karine Lawani think she is? I think I'm me, mate. I think I'm just me. Unprovoked. Unprovoked people used to send me stuff. Fake pages used to abuse me. I used to get death threats. I know how many times I went to the Garda station to show them death threats, but they couldn't do nothing because it's Snapchat. I used to get prank calls, just random shit, just constant abuse. So that abuse, being there so young, it didn't make a difference when I got it at that time. The only time abuse ever affected me was when I was pregnant and I had my fraud-based scandal, okay? I was pregnant. So usually I know how to handle it. But they would even say stuff about my child. I was like, y'all are mean. I didn't take the money. I didn't even take the money, first of all. But did I take the money from you? No. So why are you eyeing me so deep? Like, they're like, you're going to have your baby in jail, baby. I said, haba. Like, okay, thanks. That's the only time. And I remember I deleted my Twitter. But I regret it now. I wish I kept my Twitter because I could have flipped it again. But my mentality was vulnerable.
And Twitter's
because
mean.
My whole Twitter. Did I open the app? I didn't open the app once.
Twitter's mean.
They will go into my DMs, my TikTok DM, my TikTok comments. I said, you guys, imagine I go and offer myself, me and this baby together. What's gonna happen? You're gonna say, oh, sorry, sweet soul. She was such a lovely girl.
She was so nice. She was so pretty.
So pretty.
So pretty. She didn't have to do this. And
I just had to block it out anyway.
Yeah, and even with like the fraud-based scandal, how did you actually deal with that as well? Like, would
Block
come
it
in
out.
public and everything.
Bro, they told the world I was pregnant for me.
Yes.
I was like 4 months pregnant, living my best life in private. Nobody knows. You know, it was so funny how it even happened because it was October. I remember the court case was the 1st of October. And I flew back the next day. I was getting my nails done on live. And I'm chilling. The live had bare people. It was on Instagram. Like, this is why I even hate Instagram live. It was bare people. Someone said to me, I looked there, someone said, oh, there's an article about you. My heart's had to beat. And my nails, she was doing both hands. I wanted to turn it up. The person put the article link in the live.
Are you joking?
I quickly took my hand off. I locked up the live so quick, but it was too late. The numbers shot up. My phone was going ping. I started to sweat. I said I have to go. I didn't finish my nails. I left.
You didn't finish your nails?
I couldn't breathe.
Oh my
I left
God.
immediately because that was so horrible. How are you gonna put it in the live? Let people find out by themselves. Then after the live, Shadeborough posted fashion concept person. I was like, fuck.
And isn't that so annoying? Like with like places like the Shadeborough, when you're doing good, they never seem to post you.
Bro, when I bust case, did anybody post it anywhere? No. All charges dropped. Victim of her own kindness. No further action. Nobody's posting it anywhere.
Nobody's doing
but that
nothing.
person, do you know how they headline it? Previously, I'm not dark-skinned influencer, gets arrested for money laundering and fraud, and she's also pregnant.
Yeah.
Why are you snitching? What does my pregnancy have to do with that? I had to tell my lawyer I was pregnant because she had to tell the judge. And in court, you know, the person that writes everything.
Yeah,
so
do.
they had that in there. And reporters have access to that transcript.
Okay.
So that's why it was in the article.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, she told you she was pregnant to get out of jail.
I was just about to
They'll
say that was
send you to
something,
jail with
yeah.
pregnancy. You stupid. You know what I mean? I got out of jail because I didn't do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. The moment they found out that it was not me, I was literally a victim of my kindness, like they said. So honestly, all I had to do was just block it out, because when I was pregnant, I knew for a fact, because I studied psychology.
Yeah.
How you are mentally in your pregnancy is how your baby is. Anyone who meets my baby can tell I had a blissful pregnancy. Majesty is the most happiest little child you will meet in your life. She's never not smiling. If she's crying, then you know something is actually wrong. Not some babies just cry. Never. In my pregnancy, you stress me, I block you.
Oh, wow.
You disturb me, I block you. Even my baby father knew, you give me stress, I block you. Do you know what I mean? I don't have time. So when people were sending me hate, I deleted my Twitter. I turned off my comments. I filtered. You cannot, pregnancy, you can't comment. Fraud, you can't comment. That I filtered everything because I didn't want to see it. I blocked it out because I knew my mentality mattered. I was 4 months pregnant. I knew I had how many months of pregnancy? 9 months. So and so months to go.
Yeah.
Like, and it's so early on in my pregnancy.
This is the
And that's why I
developmental
didn't
stage, yeah.
speak on it. I didn't say I'm pregnant or I'm not pregnant. So people even made a narrative for me. Oh, she's denying being pregnant. Did I tell you I was or I wasn't? I never spoke on
Yeah.
it. The first time I spoke on this when I had my maternity shoot, and then I posted it. That's the only time I ever spoke about pregnancy. I was posting my body. Thank God, God gave me a nice body. I was like 6-7 months pregnant, and nobody would visually see, because some people didn't believe it. They thought maybe I lied about being pregnant in the article to get out of the court case. And people who saw me in real life were like, oh shit, you actually are pregnant. Yeah. So it's like, but it's no one's business. I was never gonna put my pregnancy out there because my whole life has been out there. So when I did find out I was pregnant, I was like, this is the one thing I'm gonna keep to myself. Even Majesty, I never wanted to post her for the first like
Was it not
year.
here? Yeah.
I didn't post her, but then her character, how she is, I realized, like, you know what, like, my daughter is so beautiful and so bubbly, and she brings joy to people. I can post her within respectfully to my terms.
Yeah.
So that's how I just did it. So it's like, because people just think when you're out there, when you're a social media person, they think they own your life. The entitlement
And they have
is crazy.
they need to know everything that's going
Literally,
on. Yeah.
from what 10-second Snapchat, you think you know everything about me? Like, that's
Yeah.
absolutely so crazy. But I respect the people that actually show love, and that's why people are like, oh, why don't you just turn off your this, turn off your that? Because then the people who genuinely care about me and need my help can't reach me. You know, like, you know what I hate about Snapchat is the fact that you can't pre-see a message apart from half sliding.
Yeah.
Because I open every message, because there could be a girl in there that needs help, wants to buy something, whatever it is, and I open hate my chest. I'll close it back. I'll close it back. Open it. Hate. I said, okay, you know what? Maybe the hate comments are really serious right
Yeah.
now. Let me give them time. You know, because you just have to block it
But then
out.
again, you flipped it again.
Exactly.
You flipped it
I
again.
flipped it times two.
You flipped it again.
Literally.
And like, even like, you know, when you weren't like showing like your baby's face, I feel like people really then wanted to know. They were so
Even
intrigued
more,
as to
yeah.
like, oh, she showed half a face here, half her face here. Like, again, you flipped it. And like, even with like having a child now, like, how do you manage that with like full-time influencing, being a full-time mom? Because
I think just because I'm lucky to have such a blissful baby. Like, I was 1 month post doing my hair already, and she was on my breast breastfeeding. I know how much got to be is in her nose at this point. They spray Ebin all over her. You know, like, she just made it so easy for me. Like, when it was time to go to work, and I have amazing support. Like, my family, her dad, everyone is really supportful to me. So when I wanted to start doing my influencing again, like, I'm lucky that the stylist would come to me. They would do it in my
that's so
house.
nice,
Exactly.
yeah.
They made it comfortable for me. When I was comfortable to not go outside and be pushing my buggy, my Bugatti, because my buggy is a Bugatti, I was then able to go around with her. And I just balanced it. Like, I would like only work during the day and not keep her out at nighttime.
Okay.
And obviously, influencing is your own job. So if I don't want to go, I'm not going.
Yeah.
If I can't make it, if it's a trek for me, I'm not going. And at the same time, I would just make my rates and boundaries out there. If you want me to come and be a hair muse for you, you have to cover my transport. Or if I have a sitter, it's going to go towards that, like those kind of things. I made sure I never did too much or overworked myself. And I put myself in situations that I could handle it. Because people always wonder, you make it look so easy. Because it is easy. Because I'm making it easy for myself.
and you rarely hear that, because
Yeah.
usually when people speak on these matters, it's always like, oh, it's so tough,
No.
but it's so nice to have like a different perspective where it's actually
yeah.
like,
Because but at the same time, everything you go through is what you give to yourself, kind of. So if I'm taking bare installs in a week and my baby's on my boob and I have bare stress, who am I fooling? Do you know what I mean? It's only if it's convenient for me that I would do these things. You know, I never ever inconvenience myself. I'm a soft babe. My skin is soft. I'm so sorry. Literally.
I feel like there's so many notes that we can take from this.
Honestly, take them. You're writing down. You have to. You people always look for soft life outside. Why don't you start here? You have to start it with yourself. And that's how when people approach me, they approach me based off myself. The first thing anyone says is, oh, I don't know if I can handle you, because I said, oh, you already said it with your mouth. So you can't handle me.
You can't handle me. The moment you question it, go.
You have to go. Because I give myself serious soft life. There's nothing I can't give to myself. So
that.
a friend, man, female, dog, if you can't give me more than I give myself, you don't need to be around me. That's literally it. That's it.
She said, know your worth and add tax.
And add tax.
I love that.
All of them. Custom tax, import tax.
I love that. But even like you see with like influencing, you I think you had a switch. You weren't always doing hair. Like I think there was a time like you were really into fashion. Really into all of that. Like, do you think like hair was a better option or?
Yeah, for sure. I think because my face is perfect, and when you do hair, it's about your face. Because when you're scrolling through, you're gonna see the hair, but then sometimes how it looks on a girl is what's gonna make you go on there. So any look I do can look nice on me. And when I used to do like fashion and hair, but everything mattered to me, from hair, accessories, fashion. So when people started to reach out to me more for hair, like, people don't realize everything about me is product placement. Like, this is Cass Collection. Make sure you guys check her out. People will like send me products to wear when I get my hair done. So from head to toe, I'm
That's
in
so
promo.
strategic,
So it's always like, oh, please. Even my TikToks, the sounds in the background, when you make your TikTok, can you do it to when you get your hair done? Can you use this sound? So I realized that hair is my base bag, and I just build everything on top of it. And hair is easy. I'm sat there. They're just doing my hair. I'm taking videos. You know what I mean? It's literally so chill, so easy. And people always say to me, oh, you make it look so easy. Because you don't have to stress yourself. People think too much about things. Yeah, you don't have to. Literally,
just do it.
I just do it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If the video only gets 3,000 views, I don't care. I'm not going to come and kill myself. Because it's the ones you don't expect that go and get a million. And the one you put all your hard work into, it's not even getting 200 views. Do you know what I mean? Literally. Because hair is, everybody loves hair. Girls do hair. Stylists want a muse. You know, hair is so important. Before we all knew how to dress, we're going to learn how to do our hair. Do you know what I mean? So I just realized that, hair is a good bag for me. And just stick to it.
And even in terms of fashion, like who would be like your fashion inspo?
I love Des Dior. I love Brooke. Like, they're kind of like quirky kind of girls. Like, I'm the kind of person, I want to put everything together that's crazy and make it work. Like, I have a visual brain, so I can visualize myself in an outfit. Like, I can see it head to toe. And then when I wear it, it looks the same. That kind of thing. Like, I buy different pieces and put them together. Some people buy cords or buy in specific fits. I will buy random stuff and put it together. Yeah. And even if you think it's not nice, I really don't care. I think more of a story, KingKarine doesn't really care. Genuinely.
I love that.
Because you can't. You really can't, though, because you're just gonna stop your own peace and happiness for what? For other people. It's not possible. You can't, literally. I will wear what I want to wear anywhere. I really don't care. Like, I just moved in London recently. Like, I moved from South London to like West London, and I go outside looking like a mad woman because you don't pay my bills. You don't. You know what I mean? Like, you know, respectfully. Like, if it's not affecting you, what's your business with me? Do you know what I mean? Just leave it. So, you know, fashion is subjective. It's expressive. You know, you need to wear how you feel when you feel it. You know, like, you see something, you like it, style it, you know. Like, and no, I don't mind the girls who love to do simple, because my aesthetic changes. Someday I'm a clean aesthetic. Someday I'm quirky and trendy. Someday I'm grunge, glam, black. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, just do you, respectfully, always.
Just do it. Like, guys, just do it. Because even me, like, sometimes I want to post something, I want to do something, and I'm thinking, and I'm just here like, just do it. Don't care. Just do it.
Just do it. Yo, I said, don't be your biggest critic. Be your biggest supporter. Like, don't be your own biggest enemy. Because even my friend, she always loves to delete her pictures on Instagram and start again. And I'm hounding her every day. You're never gonna progress if you keep doing that.
She's coming for everyone's next.
Yes, because you need to stop doing that, you know. I've had different kind of management or people like that give advice, and they always say, like, you can clean it up, but deleting and starting again does not help, because pictures at the bottom, people like my stuff from years ago. You don't know who you can bring to your page from a 2018 picture. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how Instagram's algorithm works. It's just like flowing all the time. So if you delete the start again, who are you starting again for?
And in a few months, you're not going to like the starting again as well.
Exactly.
And it's also so good, when you go onto Instagram and you see people and you can just see the different phases of their life in pictures.
Yes, I love that. And I think that makes it more, that's what Instagram is for. Instagram is pictures and personality. It's for that. So when you're removing your old self, why? I love when you can see the growth. Like Kylie Jenner, for example, Karen Jinsui, they have almost 800,000 like pictures on their page. And when you scroll, you can just see the change, and that can give you inspo, because Kylie Jenner's 2021's Instagram might be the vibe you want to have in 2023.
Yeah.
That you don't. So if she never had that on Instagram, you don't have any inspo.
You never know what stage of life people are at and they're looking at.
Exactly. Because right now I'm in my classy era.
Okay, for her.
Yes, I'm a wife now. So I'm trying to be no, not quite literally. I mean, the ring is still pending, but like I'm trying to take something serious right now. Like I'm no longer, I was never a city girl, I was a hot girl, but I'm not really in a hot girl vibe. Like I'm just keeping it cute, calm and collected. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. So I'm low-key trying to portray that on my Instagram as well, and how I carry myself and how I speak to people. And who influenced me in that? Sophia Richie. Sophia Richie's old pictures, was she not a hot girl? You know what I mean? So it's just like everybody's stage is different. We all bounce off each other in the most different ways. And some people are too hard on themselves. Like, see how you were saying that? You're thinking, just post it and just go. Yeah. Literally.
And okay, you said hot girl Karen and then
classic babe Karen.
What can we expect? What's the difference going to be? Or even just like, how you
have
portray
to
yourself?
see. I would just
follow her Instagram.
Yeah, follow the Instagram. You just have to see, it's also a mindset thing. It's for myself, it's just also because I just want to look a little bit more mature. I feel like I'm changing. I'm going to be 25 in February. Yeah, and that's crazy to me. Like when I think, I'm like, what? I used to be like 18. What the fuck?
Wow.
And my daughter's growing up as well. And I can honestly say everything that's out there that I have done, I'm happy for my daughter to see. Oh, yeah, she's going to be gassed. Yeah, she's going to be like, that was my mom in the 2020s. Like, I'm proud of myself. Everything. She can come and ask me anything. I'm not ashamed of anything I've done or said outside. And I'm okay with that, because she's going to learn from my mistakes and improve based off of that. So at the same time, like I said, I'm a mom. I'm going to be 25. The kind of vibes I want to go for is just a bit more mature, a bit more classy, a bit more conservative, that kind of thing. Because as much as we like to say society, if it's what you want, that's fine. It doesn't matter, literally. Because people will say, I can still be a city girl and be classy with it. Do you know what I mean? It's just how you carry yourself.
It's just how you do it.
Literally.
Yeah. And you also said, being a mom has like made you want to change, even in like how you like portray yourself. Yeah. What other changes has like come about as a result of being a mom?
I think I'm a little bit more patient with people now, a little bit more understanding, and towards my audience, because I now see, like, I used to see my supporters as like friends, where I see them as like my kids. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it helps you relate better.
Yeah, it helps me relate better. And because it's like, how would I want all the little girls watching me? I see them as Majesty. So how would I want Majesty to see me? How would I want Majesty to portray? I don't want Majesty to be confused. I don't want her to think, oh, but you're this, and then you're that, and then you're this. No, I want her to have clarity. So I do have all the same girls, because girls message me every single day for advice, for support, to pray for them, random stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I want to be seen approachable, understanding. I feel like because I look pretty and have all these things, people think I'm mean or I'm not easy to approach. Like even at the club last night in my event, like I could see the girls, they were kind of shy. I would approach them and be like, you want hi? Just hi. They're like, oh, can we take a picture? And I'm like, yes, it's fine. Like, I'm not going to shoot you away ever. Do you know what I mean? Because if not for my supporters, how would I get here? Do you know what I mean? Supporters build you up. People that like you make more people like you.
Yeah.
Even people that hate you make more people like you still. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm only here because you guys support what I do. So you can always approach me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just want everyone to feel comfortable. Maybe not take me to be this like high and mighty or stuck up person, because I've never been like that. Yeah. Everyone who knows me from when I used to live here, I've never been stuck up. Anyone, I'm so cool. Do you know what I mean? Anyone can talk to me and be chill with me. Not the niggas though.
And even like, okay, with influencing, right? There's such a like, there's such like a negative sometimes perception of like influence. Oh, she's just an influencer. You need those bits. How did you like deal with that, overcome it? Or even like with men, do you feel like there was like a level of men that we're just like, oh, she's just an influencer.
Yeah,
just
so it's she's like, I'm not one of these little boys. Well, bye bye. Now you're not even one of my boys.
okay.
You know what I mean? I hate that shit. They're always like, like, oh, you think because you're an influencer and you get all you think you want, you're not gonna do this to me, my nigga. That was never the vibe.
It was
like,
never because of
just
that.
chill. You know, like I hate when people automatically assume, oh, she's an influencer, so that means she's this and that. Because some influencers have given that stigma. You know, I don't know who made the stigma, but because even when I'm at photo shoots, sometimes photographers will be like, "You're so easy to work with. Like, do you know how hard it is sometimes?" Now, like, I'm dumbfounded because I thought everybody was like this. But then again, you have to understand, there's a group of influencers that wanted to be influencers, so their whole mindset and behavior is different.
Yeah.
Then there's some of them that fell into it like me. I didn't wake up and want to be an influencer. I was just doing me and people liked it, and now I'm an influencer. So work is fun. You know, it's not work. I don't influence to pay the bills. I influence for fun, and then it pays the bills.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people's perception immediately is going to be, oh, she's going to be stuck up. She's going to be a model that's hard to work with. And then they end up having a blast. Literally, I know how many times photographers have reached out to me separately and be like, I'd love to work with you. Even at the J-Hus photo shoot, I made so much networks because they didn't think I was going to be like that. Because all the other girls were found through management. I was actually DM'd by J-Hus's management just on my Instagram. They just saw me. They're like, J-Hus thinks you're beautiful. He wants you in the video. I was like, hell yeah, why not? I don't do video shoots, but it's about talent and stigma. Like J-Hus, his comeback song,
course, like,
my
get
face
me
needs
there.
to be there. So I was happy to do that. On set, some of the models were a bit like models. And I don't classify myself as a model. I'm just a girl vibing. Do you know what I mean? But on paper, I'm a model. Do you know that kind of thing? So my vibe and mentality will be different. So when people do meet me, then they see that it's different. Then it's not influencer. But guys, they just also have the same stigma. They think influencers are scammers. They're just there for the money and the Gucci bag. That's the ones that don't like you. Yeah, it's true though. It's the truth. It's the truth though. If a guy moves to me and I have genuine intentions, I'm not going to give him hot girl, city girl, influencer vibes. I'm going to give him the real
Karen,
me.
yeah.
If you move to me and I have no intentions for you, you're not even going to see the first wall. Do you know what I mean? So it's entitlement at the same time because people think influencers have to be so open to them. And when they're not, they're now called stuck up.
Yeah.
So it's your own perception of me that you're bouncing off straight away. Why don't you come with a blank slate and see what you're going to meet? Do you know, have that with everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't use past experiences on different people, do you know what I mean? So it's just like, but I don't take it personally, honestly. Like, you know, when people say, oh, you're an influencer, you're this, oh, sorry. Like, people love to do that.
They do that. Oh, sorry.
I'm just like, okay, it's like you're not
But yeah,
funny.
it's like, yeah, I'm an influencer and what?
And what? Exactly.
And what?
And fucking what? I
And
pay
what?
my bills with that
Yeah.
influencing. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't have a job. Influencing is my job.
That's a
I
fact.
wake up every single day to take pictures and look pretty. That is my job. And it pays me.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That's literally it. So you can do that too, but you're more focused on who does she think she is. I think I'm Karine Lawani. I think I'm Karine Lawani in the UK too. So,
I love that.
Yeah, man, you have to be. You have to be.
Yeah, and even even with like influencing, right? So, did you ever feel like maybe I shouldn't like stop this? Do you know what I mean? Because you spoke about like your psychology degree, and I think you really liked it. Do you know what I mean? Did you ever just think, okay, let me just stop or go into like 9 to 5,
something
like,
else?
do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like, there's times like I even just recently had a little funk where I was like, I don't want to influence no more, and I don't know what it was. I just like, you know what? I think I'm low key bored. I like cut down on my. I used to do like 1 install a day, so I think in the last 2 weeks I've only done like 2 installs. So I just was in a funk now. Just like, you know what? I think I'm done with influencing. Like, I'm bored of hair influencing. I used to be a stay-at-home mom, like cuddle up with my babes and just be home. But then again, I love it. So that's the constant battle because I want to be, what I actually want to be is a prison therapist. Yeah. Right, so I want to use my degree, but I'm lucky. What I want to do is something you do when you're kind of older. I'm not going to be a prison therapist at 24. Like, what am I in fucking walls for? I should be outside, living life, having new experiences, traveling the world. So I know that's not going anywhere. My degree is underneath my pocket. When I want to get my master's, I can get it with no problem and go into that aspect. So right now, it's me just getting to know myself. So I'm lucky that I can kind of take a step back. Like, I will have breaks where I don't post for like, in the influencer world, 1 week is a long time. So I have 1 week break, so I don't post. But they can be so detrimental because your post today it's for tomorrow's engagement. So if I didn't post yesterday, there's no engagement today and tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? So 1 week can really bring me down because people are waiting to see, and that's what Instagram is. So I have to. It's a constant battle because I'm like, oh, I want to be this quiet girl that nobody knows, mysterious babe.
Mysterious aesthetic, yeah.
But I talk too much, and I love being out there sometimes. So it's just a constant battle, honestly. And it may win eventually because influencer was never going to be forever for me. It wasn't. It was something, like I said, fell into my lap, and it's fun, and I love meeting new people and experiencing and seeing just how far my face can take me, because that's crazy. Do you know what I mean?
That is crazy,
I got here based on me being a pretty girl that knows how to work her prettiness, because I'm not just pretty, I'm bland. People always say that your personality, yourself, and like, I'm hilarious. If you know me, I'm hilarious. You be laughing. My friends can't breathe around me. Like, I'm busting jokes all the time, just vibes. And so it's difficult because I want people to see that side of me, but at the same time, I like the way it's private as well. Because influencing can get long, like, when you have to wake up, take content, like sometimes it's such a drag.
And wear makeup, do it out, and then come back home and take it off.
People think I love makeup, I hate doing my makeup.
Yeah.
When Faith actually did my makeup, I was clapping. Makeup by Faith, shout out to her, because she ate that, used that cut grease. She ate that shit. I was gassed. I didn't even bring my makeup to Dublin.
Oh, wow, you had so much trust.
Bro.
Wow,
yeah,
Faith.
no, I know. Her page was good, because a lot of people reach out to me and I say no, because I have a face that, like, people do makeup for people and they make it look like them.
Yeah.
You need to do makeup for someone's face.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So I have that kind of face, especially before I had eyebrows. Oh my gosh, before I got them tattooed. If someone did my makeup, I look like a whole different person. So I'm very skeptical, literally. But I went on her page, her base was good. Base is very important because my base never ever disappoints.
Yeah.
So if you can do a good base, that's fine for me. So her base was good, the eyeshadow was good. I had trust in her, and she executed well. So yeah, but influencer can be long. That's why when I say to people, if you want to be an influencer, you have to know why you want to do it. You want to do it for the free things and the money, you're not going to last.
You're not going to last.
Because it's going to come with a lot of things. There's dedication. Different times I've done content and they told me, one time, their company told me, can you make it prettier? No, can you make it pretty? Yeah. I sent the pictures for the content. Can you make it pretty, please? Oh, sorry. I see here. I thought that was pretty already. I didn't know. Do you know what I mean?
Can you make it pretty?
Can you make it pretty?
Oh.
So it's like...
And especially when it's based on how you look as well, it hits different. What do you mean, can you make it pretty?
Exactly. I think because I didn't have like a clear background, like I took the piss, low-key. Like they will give you... People think, oh, I just get my head on for free, for fun. I have contract. I have specific pointers, deadlines, outlines, like all these little things that you have to do. And because I have to make sure I invoice and I've ticked off everything that I did. It's a job. It's not like just send the hair, do TikTok, post a TikTok. No. Even with outfit hauls, do you know how much I have a influencer, I have a content drawer, top levels wigs, second levels clothes, and I have jewelry, and I have shoes. I have to sit down, take time to do hauls. Hauls drag me. Like, my manager is on my neck. You need to do the haul, you need to do the hauls. Hauls are so long because you have to change the outfit. You have to
again, be excited all over again. Yeah.
It's long. It's long. So then I have Madge on top of that. And Madge is demanding my attention. I'm like, you know what? I quit. You know what I mean? I quit all the time, I'll be in my house and I'm not the influencer anymore. And then tomorrow I have in-store day. Do you know what I mean? So it's a constant battle, and I don't know which one is going to win, but I'm just letting life go with the flow. We never know. I may just stop, or I may keep going.
Yeah.
What I really want is to reach 100K. That's one of the accomplishments that I want to just tick off. I'm on 86.7, I think. So 100K would be nice.
Yeah.
Y'all can do that for me.
And I was even just going to ask as well, before the 100K, was there ever a moment that you were like, I made it?
Yeah, I think for me, it was like, I think I've had a lot of I made it moments. I think maybe when I reached 50K, I was really proud.
Yeah.
But then the moment I was proud, it went. It was like a split second. Then I was like, come on, bro, like, what the fuck is 50K? That's how you feel with yourself. But then that's motivation at the same time. I think in the last year, let's just keep it the last year, because sometimes my memory is a bit fuzzy. The last year, what really made me feel like I made it was the J Hus video. Because it's like, J Hus is a really big artist, and he's very precise, he's a very articulate person about how he wants his things to be. Every model was specifically designated for the outfits. Like, my outfit was specific for me. He knew and visualized how he wanted me to look in that. So for him to think of me, that made me happy, and they were so happy with me, like, with the content and everything. Like, I was supposed to just be like just there for vibes. Then the girl that was supposed to do the pool shows, I said, please, I'm a mom. I can't be coming out the pool doing sexy. Some people are going to be angry with me. I would just be on the bed with the champagne glass. Do you know what I mean? So that made me happy that they would see me in that light, you know, and I know how much I can invoice companies for. When I made off of one post, 5 bills just to post on Instagram, I said,
You put your leg up.
the emperor, the conqueror, the chairman is, that's now, it's like, I'm trying, bro. Literally, you know, because like, some people, they message me, oh, what's your rate? How much do you charge? Respectfully, sis, we're not on the same, like, influencing level, you know, like, you can't charge what I charge. And if you do and you get that, well done.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's so cheeky. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so cheeky. Because I used to ask for a bill. I used to charge £100 for a quick Instagram post.
Yeah.
Now my rates are higher
Okay.
because I know what it's gonna do, what's gonna influence. So that's when I was like, yeah, you know what? Pat on the
You
back.
made it.
I can take a slow.
made it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Is it okay, David? Okay. And you see, when you moved from Ireland to England, I just want to go back there. Like,
Yeah.
when did you know? Like, you always said you didn't feel like you fit in, but when did you know that I need to get out of here? Because I feel like there's people constantly debating: do I stay in Ireland? Do I just hustle it out? Do I tough it out, or do I just go somewhere for like a clean slate?
Yeah, I think because when I was living here, my mom moved before me. Like, my family had moved, and I was still in uni. And I just always knew to myself, when I finished uni, I wanted to leave. Like, even in uni, like, every night I would finish class and vibes for a bit, but I would still go home. Like, I was still always alone. Like, I never had a clique, you know? Like, basically, I didn't feel uni because I wasn't around friends all the time. Like, and you know that stigma of, when you're always in ACS, it's going to make you feel like, even sure, David was in my uni. David, no, I'll come and vibe for a little bit, but I was leaving after.
home,
Do you know what I mean? So, I just felt like, I moved actually during COVID. March 16th, I remember the date like yesterday, the day they announced, because I remember I was working for Concern. So they told us we're going home. I booked my flight and I was gone the same day. I packed everything, paid for like hella luggage, and I just went because I knew my mom was already there. And I knew that, you know what, it'd be a new vibe. I feel like everybody, if you have the opportunity, you should leave the town you grew up in to grow. Absolutely. Yeah. If it's convenient, or if it's not convenient, inconvenience yourself. Make it work. Do you know what I mean? If it's something that's not going to be so detrimental to you that you're going to be broke and down bad, then don't go. But if you know that you can get by, leave. Go and put yourself out of your comfort zone so you can grow. You won't grow where you grew up. Like,
really?
Per se. Sometimes it's kind of like a psychology thing as well, because it's like, that's what you always been. So you're going to be complacent. I know how England made me like have to adapt to different things.
It's okay.
I'll text her. I know how England made me like have to adapt to like certain things and different people. Whereas I feel like if I stayed in Ireland, my mentality would be a bit different. I would still stay kind of boxed off because Ireland is very kind of small and closed off. You need to go, even traveling, even if you don't want to move, I would say travel more. If you do solo travels, then you're more comfortable to move and start fresh and have a blank slate. But it is nice to have a blank slate. Like, I feel like my life here, I'm proud of it and everything I've done. My life in the UK, I'm proud of it and everything I've done. Like, people ever say, oh, why do people call you Karine now? In all honesty, my name actually is pronounced Karine. Do you know what I mean? But growing up, I didn't actually know the proper pronunciation, like, as weird as it sounds, but that was my dad's fault. It's actually pronounced Karine. So when people meet me, even when I was here, my teachers would read out Karine. I'm like, no, it's Karen, but that's not how it's pronounced. But I'm not faulting anyone for calling me that. But that's also part of my new identity, Karine, because I'm also getting to know Karine and who this person is. Because a lot of my Irish friends will say to me, you've changed, but in like a nice way, because I've grown.
Because you've grown.
You have to change. Every day, everything is changing. If you don't change with life, you're going to get left behind, literally. So I would say, if it's something that's on your mind and you feel like you can make it work, move. Why not?
And just go.
England is right there. If it doesn't work, come back. You know what I mean?
And do you see like yourself even moving again from like England?
Absolutely,
America?
yeah. I don't want Majesty to grow up in England. Like, that's what I'm saying. Now that I've lived there and seen England, it's not where I want to raise my child. Like, for now, yeah. But I don't want to say where I want to finalize. But I know it's not England for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, England has gone to shits, mate. That's why I even moved. I'm so sorry to say. Like, when I first moved there, I lived in East London. Then I moved to South London, like Woolwich area. Then I lived in like Elton for like a year. Now I'm in West and I'm so peaceful. Like, it's such a big difference. Like, South is so hectic and full up. And people buck me on the bus. And I have no problem with that. But it's like, please, like, I'm with my baby. Like, just leave me. So in West London, like, Majesty's walking now. So I can go out with her without the buggy. And we're just vibes and we go to Iceland or whatever it is. And I just feel more comfortable in the area that I'm in now. So it's like, you just have to do what makes you happy and what you're comfortable with, because South London is quite ghetto. No offense, I love my South London girls anyway, but yeah.
And if you had something to say to like yourself a few years ago, like let me see,
advice for her.
Yeah, 21.
Literally, just stop worrying. Like, it's gonna be fine. Like, I used to worry so much. Like, I used to stress to please everyone and everything. And now that I don't do that, I'm so much more happier.
Yeah.
You know, like I even used to be so much more slim because I was just always so stressed. Like, the advice I would give her is like, if people don't like you, like, that's actually fine. Like, it took me a lot to get to this I don't really care how you feel, respectfully point, because I used to care so much. Everyone, it mattered to me what you thought about me because I wanted to put a good foot forward always. And not everyone gives a fuck about your good foot forward. You know, and that's why good people become bad people. So that's the advice I would give her. Take it easy, gently, enjoy yourself, live your best life, and just don't worry, man.
Yeah.
But
And also, you've also started sharing like your faith journey on like TikTok, and it's honestly really great to see. But obviously, I know with like sharing that side of you, there also comes like people that are like, how are you talking about God? What you're doing there? How are you doing that? Like, so like, how have you also found like that side? Have you experienced it as well?
Yeah, I did. Like, I remember literally just yesterday when I was literally in town,
really?
someone was like to me, oh, you're going to the club, but you're preaching about God. That can confuse someone. I was like, it won't confuse someone. It's going to make someone relate to me, because there's people out there that really want a strong relationship with God, but they're still battling with their flesh. And if they see an influencer like me doing the same thing, that might make them feel calmer. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want people to understand something, right? Like, how I see it is the way to the kingdom of God is through Jesus. It's not through other things, how you dress and all these things. It's through your relationship with Jesus and what you put out there in terms of Jesus. If I show that no one knows what God has done for me, and that's fine. God is my dog, like, that's my G, and I'm happy with that. I just came off a fast before I came here, and nobody knows. I don't need to put that out there for you to know that, oh, she's so spiritual. You know, it's like, I know when I pray, I know all these things. I can post my quotes because I don't know who that quote is going to help. You don't know, that's the Holy Spirit sometimes making you want to post something. You know, you don't know who it's helping or who it's going to reach out to. So yeah, you can see me posting about God and then being in a club, but that's because that's my journey with Christ at the end of the day, and I know what I want and who I'm going to be. You don't know if that could be my last event ever and I'm never going to do that again, or you don't know if I'm going to struggle again. It's you fall and you get up, you fall and you get up, and you can't judge anybody else's journey at the end of the day, because Jesus didn't judge. Did he judge? Was he not hanging with hookers and strippers and drunk people? Do you know what I mean? All he wanted to do was just preach love and kindness and that and God's word. If you preach love, kindness, and God's word, eventually the Holy Spirit will overcome you, and then you can fight your flesh better. I'm not the most perfect Christian, but I am a Christian. And Majesty, I make sure my daughter's a Christian. She worships with me and vibes with me. She's jumping with me. She has her own Bible because she copies me when I'm highlighting. She wants to highlight too. Do you know what I mean? She's writing her Bible too. So it's like, the person God put in my life to watch me and lead to him, I'm doing my best with her. Everybody else is subjective at the same time. If you feel like because I'm outside and then I'm with God, it's confusing you, you have to do some working on yourself as well. You do, though. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not like, I'm trying my best to lead as best as I can, but I'm also human. Do you know what I mean?
And that's why I always say to people, as well, like, people shouldn't be your
reason for relationship with God kind of thing.
They shouldn't, especially like what you see online, that shouldn't like dictate how you are with God, because at the end of the day, like, you have your own journey. Like you said, there might be a time where like the Holy Spirit will overwhelm you so much that be like, you know what, Karen, you can't do this again.
Yes.
So if you're feeling that sort of conviction, work on that. And also, I think there's also a strong thing, like, if that confuses you, unfollow.
Follow. Literally.
Do you know what I mean?
Literally. And don't even say it low, say it loud.
No, do you know what I mean? And I feel like, obviously, like, if you feel like that's not right and stuff, if you feel like, do you know what, I don't really agree with this, I don't think this is how a Christian should pretend, you should really unfollow. And it's okay.
I don't even genuinely think my content is like straying anyone from God or bad. Like, I'm definitely someone who is trying her best to have a good relationship with God and trying her best to also live life, but still respectfully. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people know me, I don't actually drink that much. So I'm in the club, but I'm not drinking alcohol and smoking weed kind of thing. Like, I mean, sometimes I do smoke, everyone knows that, but at the same time, not as heavy as I used to, because that is my walk with Christ. I'm at a point now where I can put put it down and be like, no, I don't really want it. Back then, I was smoking and drinking all the time, outside all the time. Even everyone knows I'm only outside when it's a booking. Even the event, I came because it's my event. I'm not going to come and party in clubs for no reason. Everything I go to is either a paid booking or my friends really beg me to be there. Otherwise, I don't wake up on Friday night and say I want to go out. I don't do that. I'd rather be in my house. Genuinely, everyone knows that about me. So it's like people judge over just the smallest minuscule of things. If you prefer my godly side, then feed into that more. If you are okay with my side that's just not me or whatever, I don't know what the comparison is, feed into that more at the same time. You just have to literally find it yourself. I have a friend who, when I'd started my work class a little bit stronger recently, she did at the same time. She surpassed me because she took it more seriously. And that convicted me to take it seriously again, because we all bounce off each other, but not in a judgmental way. When you judge people, it pushes them away from God. That's what they say in church, or people in church are the most judgmental people and they think they're all high-minded, because sometimes it is like that though. Like even with tattoos, now if people think to me like, oh, because I'm tired and I've got piercings, I'm not godly. Bro, God is working in my life, bro. If I was not godly, I wouldn't have what I have. People don't even know where I've come from, all the things I've been through. I've got a 2-bedroom house, 2 baths for me and my daughter, like that. You don't think that was God? What are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? Like these things, it's because of who I am and the faith that I have. And it's between you and him, because when we all go there, he's not going to ask you what KingKarine told you to do. Do you know what I mean? He's going to ask me what I made people do, but he's not going to ask you. He's going to ask you, what did you do at the end of the day? So you need to focus on yourself at the end of the day and your relationship with him.
I love that.
That's literally it.
Yeah. I love that. And just lastly, I don't know if we have time.
No problem.
Lastly, before we close.
Yeah.
People like us that want to make it, you know.
We can all make it. We're all
we're
trying.
all making it. Yeah, we're all trying. But
it.
like, it's no, for real. But like people that even want to take Instagram seriously, that want to actually like build something out of what they have.
Yeah.
What would you say? 3 steps that you see.
I would say be consistent. You have to be consistent.
Can I ask something? Because I feel like they can agree. We always watch videos. Be consistent. What is consistency? What does it look like?
Every single day.
Every day.
Every day, something should be on your story. Snapchat story, Instagram story, feed. I make 1 Instagram feed a day, a reel a day, stories. Like, don't ever not be active. You need to be active in the comments, be in people's comments, go to your explore page, be in people's comments. And they always say, before you post, be active 5 minutes before you post and 5 minutes after you post. Don't just post and go. You need to have your presence on Instagram. I am, because it's not going to stop my bag.
Yeah.
It's going to help your bag. So that's why I'm being consistent. It's literally just that. Post. Always have backup. Don't have any dry spells. If you know you're going to take you need to graft. Because your grafting will help you have chill times. I can't chill sometimes because of the content that I have that's working, especially like reels. Reels on Instagram are so important. When I feel like my engagement is dropping, I drop a reel and back up. So you just have to be consistent in that aspect. Don't have nothing on your story at any time. You're playing with yourself.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing polls, Q&As, reposting other people's, and if you deep it right, when you put yourself in people's comments, when you're in the explore page, and you're scrolling, when you go into the comments, what do? You see people's page and you follow. That's how it works.
Yeah.
People go into comments. That's how you realize. That's how you can help yourself. So then the second one would be keep to your niche. Show your personality as best as you can. People like people that are relatable, that are real, and people that are unrelatable. It's pick and choose.
Yeah.
So be yourself as best as you can and be comfortable with it. And want it for the right reasons. Don't want it for the free stuff. Don't want it because you want to be famous or an influencer. Want it because it's a passion, you're interested in it.
Yeah.
Free stuff is always going to come. It's always going to come. But it can also overwhelm you at the end of the day. So you have to want it for the right reasons. So that's the tips I would give you. Literally. I think I said 3.
Okay.
But why no? One more, just believe in yourself, honestly. Because your doubt will show. No, sure. When you take a picture, you can even doubt yourself. So your doubt should believe in yourself.
Thank you.
No problem.
Just before we sign off,
Yeah.
I'm just going to present you something.
No, sure. Thank you. I got a goodie bag. Shout out to Sharon Speaks.
Sharon Speaks. Anyway, thank you so much, Karen,
No
for
problem.
stopping by. Thank you for coming. It
No
was such
problem.
short notice. Like,
No, it's fine.
Literally, but thank you so much for
I had a
coming.
blast. Thank you for having me. Make sure you guys
And
follow me on
we
the
can't wait to see everything that you bring out.
And you too. I wish your podcast all the best.
Thank
I hope you guys
you.
flourish and
Thank
you be
you.
in bigger studios.
Amen.
Amen. And come to the UK one time and talk to these hoes.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Bye, guys.
Take care. Perfect.